Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make cheese straws. They are a very impressive and addictive snack, but also very easy to make. They can be made in the traditional cheese straw strips or in shapes. You're going to need basic kitchen equipment. In addition, you'll also need a food processor. Then you'll need milk or heavy cream, butter, all-purpose flour, crushed red pepper flakes, but most importantly, really good extra sharp cheddar cheese. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and then grate your cheese. You're going to need to end up with 1.5 cups of shredded cheese, which is about 6 ounces to begin with. When your cheese is shredded, place it in your food processor. Then you're going to add 1/4 cup of butter, softened and cut into 4 pieces. Add to that 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of the crushed red pepper flakes. I use 1/4 teaspoon, that's just spicy enough for me, but you can use more if you like. Then pulse at 5-second intervals until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Next, you're going to add half and half. I didn't have half and half, so I used 1 teaspoon of heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of milk. I've made this before with buttermilk, and I've also made it with regular milk. It all turns out fine. Now process this for about 10 seconds until the dough forms a ball. Now we're going to roll it out. My preferred method is to use a pastry cloth and a rolling pin cover to prevent sticking, but you don't need to. As long as you have a smooth surface and you flour it well, it will work fine. Remove the dough from the food processor and form it into a ball. Make sure it's well floured and then begin to roll it out. Our goal is an 8 by 10 inch rectangle. If you keep forming the edges, they're less likely to become ragged. So just keep alternating directions while you roll, and you'll make a rectangular shape. Flour on the top helps it from sticking, and moving it around a little bit helps it from sticking to the countertop. Once you have your 8 by 10 inch rectangle, you just want to check to make sure your thickness is good, and I use a little stick that I've marked off a measurement. It's 1/8 of an inch thick. Perfect. Then you're going to cut this dough into strips. You can use a knife, but I prefer to use a pizza cutter. It makes nice, smooth, easy cuts. So cut this into 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch strips. Or at this point, you can use cookie cutters. You could use it to complement any holiday. I use mini cookie cutters because they make a very nice snack size treat. Transfer those also to your cookie sheet. Now cut your strips into the desired length, and carefully using a spatula, transfer those to an ungreased baking sheet. Waste not, want not. I like to re-roll my scraps, but first I shake them in a sieve to remove any excess flour, and then gently form them into a ball. As long as you don't overwork the dough, a second rolling works just fine. Again, check the thickness to 1/8 of an inch. Pop them into the oven for about 12 minutes or until the ends become lightly browned. Then remove them from the oven and cool them on the baking sheets on wire racks for about 30 minutes. Try to resist eating them all before they're cool. Once they're done, you have an amazingly easy, wonderfully tasty snack, or you can freeze them for up to 3 months so that whenever guests pop by, you have something already ready. And there you have cheese straws. A wonderful snack for the grown-ups. Thanks for watching. Happy snacking.